Assalamu alaikum, this is Amina Habib with class number 182. I have been assigned a topic on the physiology of stomach and gastric juices by respected Ma'am Afia. Stomach is a J-shaped organ and lies in the left side of abdominal cavity. Mucosa or moist inner layer of stomach is dotted with millions of gastric pits, which leads to gastric glands. These gastric glands secrete different digestive juices that is needed to break down complex food into simple nutrients. In this lesson, you learn about different juices that are secreted into the stomach and the important role they play in the digestion of food. But the time when the food reaches the stomach is already undergone some digestion. The food has been physically broken down into small pieces by chewing. The starches in food has also been acted upon chemically thanks to the enzymes that is present in our saliva secreted from the salivary glands, and the most particular enzyme is salivary amylase. Now to this point, digestion has been moving along quite briskly. After all, it doesn't take long to chew and swallow your food. However, when the food reaches the stomach, it takes its time passing through it. In fact, depending on the type of food you eat and the size of your meal, food will typically stay in your stomach for minimum 2 to 6 hours before moving on to the small intestine. You can think of your stomach as a temporary storage sac for food as well as site for digestion. The walls of stomach contains layers of smooth muscle. As food enters your stomach, the walls begins to stretch, causes the smooth muscle to contract. This muscle activity leads to physical mixing and breaking down of food into stomach, known as churning. In addition to these two mechanical digestion caused by churning, there is also a chemical digestion happening within your stomach. Specifically, we see that chemical digestion of protein by digestive fluids. Now, these acidic digestive fluids that are secreted by the gastric glands in the mucous membrane of stomach are collectively referred as gastric juices. We previously learned that secretion of gastric juices from the gastric glands are regulated by the parasympathetic nervous system. This involuntary nervous system increases secretion when activated by the sight, smell or physical presence of a food in a digestive tract. In addition, presence of food and the change in pH with acidity of your stomach stimulates the release of an hormone called gastrin. Gastrin is an hormone secreted by the gland in the mucous membrane of the stomach that stimulates the production of gastric juices. You can see that there are a couple of triggers with the production of gastric juices, and this leads to a surprisingly large volume of gastric juices produced during day. Under normal circumstances, approximately 2 to 3 liters of gastric juices are produced in our stomach in 24-hour period. And that is enough to fill 1 to 2 liter bottle of soda, and this is all happening inside of you without your conscious awareness. When you look closely at the gastric glands, we see that they are lined by the epithelial cells. Several different types of cells within the glands we secrete different products. One of the most important products of the gastric juices that is secreted by these cells is pepsin. Pepsin is the chief digestive enzyme in the stomach that breaks down protein. You can think of pepsin as the chief digestive enzyme in the stomach because it is produced by the chief cells. Pepsin is the active protein digestive enzyme. It is an interesting fact that many enzymes in digestive system are initially produced in their inactive form. Chief cells actually produce pepsinogen, which is an inactive form of pepsin. Inactive form of an enzyme is called zymogen. Zymogen, like pepsinogen, must be activated before they actually perform their duty. Peritoneal cells in gastric glands secretes HCl. Though it is not involved in digestion, but it has several important functions. I am here to explain only one important function, that is HCl converts pepsinogen to pepsin, the inactive form to the active form, which then begins the digestion of proteins to polypeptides. Other than gastrin, many hormones like secretin, gastrin inhibitory peptide, all act to turn off the stomach action. The stomach needs to push food into the small intestine only when the intestine is not busy. When the intestine is full and and digesting food, the stomach acts as a storage food. At the end, we summarize the main important functions of the stomach. First, it acts as a temporary storage for food which passes from the esophagus to stomach, where it is held for minimum 2 hours or maybe longer than this period. Second, mixing and breaking down of food by the contraction and relaxation of the muscles layer in the stomach. Third and the last is the digestion of food, but only 10% of digestion take place in stomach and the remaining 90% take place in the small intestine. That's all about my presentation. Thank you.